Welcome to the international launch day of the brand new Infinix Note 10 Pro. It's another value for money smartphone in the market for only $200. That is absolutely crazy. Now for my Pakistani viewers, if you pre-order this phone through Daraz, you'll actually get free iRocker earbuds plus a slight price discount. Okay, let's start off with the unboxing. As you can see, it is a pretty big green box. We've got some of the main specs written on the back, and you can also notice that they teamed up with Zong to bring you 12 GB of free internet for 6 consecutive months if you decide to buy this phone. Let's open this bad boy up, and I'm really eager to see the value of things that you will get inside the box. And first up, we have the smartphone itself. It's absolutely massive. We have a near 7-inch screen, so truly a phablet Note phone. Let's take a look at the accessories first. So we have a screen protector as well as a protective case. Then comes that beefy 33.3 watt fast charger along with a USB-C cable. Alright, let's take a look at the star of the show, taking off those stickers, and right off the bat I can see the most attractive thing about the design, which is the back of this phone. This is a combo of Aura Glow plus sandstone back, looking super shiny. Depending on the lighting, it can look pink to blue to light blue to purple or even green. I can definitely see why this phone won the IF Design Award 2021. Now Infinix, they are definitely improving each year, and this time for $200 this might just be the fastest budget phone out there. It's got a Helio G95 chip with 8 gigs of RAM plus 90Hz refresh rate, a seriously good combo for a pretty good performance. On top of that, I also turned on the ultra fast animation experience, and it seriously flies through everything. And thanks to Melee GPU, it can handle games like Asphalt 9 on full-on settings. It definitely has a performance edge when it comes to the GPU side of the things compared to the similar budget level Qualcomm processors. Now the display is absolutely massive. We have a 6.95-inch display with about 90% screen to body ratio. It is a bright 1080p LCD screen, and it's as good as a LCD display can get. The colors are pretty decent, and I'm glad they actually went with a modern looking punch hole smartphone design rather than having a notch. Now with that big size comes a really big battery. It's got a 5000 mAh battery cell. You can expect 2 days of battery usage out of this phone, and of course it charges up pretty quickly as well thanks to 33 watts of fast charging. We've got a trusty fingerprint scanner that is super quick, headphone jack at the bottom, and it's rocking a stereo speaker system. Now software wise, we have Android 11 with XOS, that is the name of their skin, and I'm not a fan of this. It does have some bloatware. We also have some ads in the app drawer area, so this is one of the reasons why these phones are affordable in the first place. The best solution to this is of course slapping a launcher on top. I'm using the Nova launcher, and it's pretty quick, it's pretty fast, and on top of that I do get some extra nice features from the XOS, like the fact that I can double tap to wake my screen. I can take 3-finger swipe screenshot. Another feature that I like is called Thunderback. If you double tap on the fingerprint scanner, it takes that application in this super small mode for multitasking, so you can scroll around while at the same time use that application as well. Now let's talk about the cameras. We have a quad camera system with a LED flash on the back. The main lens is 64 megapixel, and it does a good job in outdoor situations. Colors are a bit less saturated compared to what I'm used to. Shooting in 64 megapixel mode brings out good detail. Low light performance does take a hit, but you can improve things using that super night mode. Again, nothing spectacular. It's just another 64 megapixel lens on a super affordable budget phone. It's got a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. As long as you're shooting in good lighting, you will be able to get pretty usable results using those 2 sensors. As for the front, we've got a 16 megapixel selfie lens. So overall, the camera just does enough job, nothing really surprising going on. The goal is to clearly create a overall balanced sort of experience when it comes to the price for people who are mostly interested in absolute best bang for buck and they need a super big high performing phone. Overall, I think by far the standout thing about this phone is the performance and its design. So yeah, that's my look at the Infinix Note 10 Pro. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily tech videos, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.